Not come up yet that I'm live. Oh, it's saying now that I'm live. Good morning, everybody. I hope you are all well this morning. Um, Luckily, we've started on time today, which is good. Um, so hopefully the technology is working. I can see 4 people are up there and they're watching it at the moment. We'll wait for a few more people to come on board. I'm going to see if I can turn on comments as well today. I think that might be getting a bit too technology minded for me. So, before we get started, today's assembly, we will try and make it as quick as possible because obviously this is not a school day today. This is a bank holiday and it is absolutely glorious outside. You can see I've got my sundress on, all ready to enjoy the sun after this today. Also, again, before we get started, I want to thank everybody for their positive comments regarding last week's assembly. I wasn't sure how it would go down, but everybody seemed to absolutely love it, really enjoy it, found it positive, found it gave them a bit of routine, a bit of normality in this time, which is not normal at all. So I want to say thank you to everybody who fed back because it is quite scary and daunting sitting in my living room talking to a screen, seeing the little button of people watching go up in the corner. So it is quite daunting and nerve-wracking for me. So to get all that positive feedback and to know it made a difference to you all really helped. I also want to say another couple of things before I get started today is it was also for some other people gave them a bit of familiar. It got them to see me. I can't even say the word I was trying to say. So I want to give a bit of a shout out to my mum and dad, who I've not seen for about 4 months now, because they're all the way in Oldham, and I know that they're watching it because it's the only way they get to see me at the moment, and to some of my friends as well. Okay, so I'm going to get started now. So today, so first of all, I'm just going to do the sort of disclaimers. If anybody walks through, you hear a buzzer or you hear my phone go, I am in my house, and I've got 2 children who are somewhere. So if anybody does walk in, I do apologise if anybody disturbs the assembly. So now we can get started. So I said every assembly that we do, we're going to start with a key word. And today, keyword is, can you see that? Victorious. Victorious. Right. What I'd like you to do now, and the colours might give you a bit of a clue. Can you speak to somebody and think, what might victorious mean? Excellent. Well done, everybody. Yeah, victorious. It means you've won something. You're winning. You feel triumphant. You've achieved something. And it means you've achieved something and you've also got that feeling of, yeah, I've done really well. I'm proud. I'm victorious. I've tried to do something and I've achieved it and I've managed it. So today's keyword is victorious. Now, I want to see if you can do a bit of mind reading. Can you think why I might have chose the word victorious today? I could have chose any word out of the English dictionary, but I didn't. I chose victorious. Why did I choose victorious today? So again, speak to somebody, your mum, your dad, your brother, your sister, or not just think in your own head. Why might I have chose victorious today? See if you can get inside my mind. Well done. I heard a very loud shout then, so I know somebody did get it. Yeah, I've chose it because today is VE Day. VE Day stands for Victory in Europe. And 75 years ago today, we claimed back Europe and we had victory over Europe. We defeated the Germans and we were no longer being taken over by them. We were no longer at risk. We were no longer at war. Europe was back to being ours. It was a very hard time, the war, as I'm sure a lot of you are learning about at the moment. We lost a lot of people. There's a lot of people now who lost relatives within the war. And you can imagine this is why it's a really important time to celebrate today and to remember the people that we lost fighting for us. So I've chose that today, victorious, because we're celebrating victory in Europe Day today. And also, it does bring us back a little bit to today's scenario and what we're going through now. Obviously, nothing of this, it's not exactly the same. We're not at war, but I think the two do have a little bit in common. But before we look at today's situation, I want us to think about the war. So, back 75 years ago today, we had victory. But I want you to think about before the victory. How do you think it would have felt to be one of them people in wartime? Or if your loved one was out at war, how would you have felt? Put something nearby. Or if not, just sit and think. Yeah, I agree. I can hear a few words there. I can hear worried, anxious, nervous, frightened, unsure, terrified. Yeah, you would be because you would not know what was coming next. You'd be worried about the next announcement, the next piece of news. You would have had all them feelings. They would have been building up over years, over the war, over years, not knowing whether this country would still be ours or we would have been taken over by the Germans. You would have been petrified. But now, think of this day, 75 years ago, when we got victory over Europe, when we felt victorious. How would you have felt then? Again, talk to somebody nearby to you. How would you have felt? Excellent. That they're really good responses. I agree. Elated, positive, over the moon. You might have still felt a little bit uncertain, thinking, is this real? Can we celebrate? Are we safe yet? So some of you still might have felt a little bit anxious because you're thinking, well, we know we're saying we've secured it, we're saying we've won, but have we? But at the same time, there'd be this overwhelming wanting to celebrate. You've not seen your friends or your family. You've not felt you've been able to celebrate and go out and have fun until today. So you would have felt probably an overwhelming emotions. You may have cried from relief. So now I want us to try and bring it back and relate it to today. I'd like to point out that I'm in no way saying what we're in at the moment is as bad as the World War II, because it's not. We can't even compare. But I think there is a few similarities that we can look at. Because every day might feel like a battle to us in some way or another. For parents, a battle to get them to do homeschooling, a battle for them to get dressed, a battle for them to get off Xbox, a battle for them to brush their teeth, a battle to get into bed at night, a battle for parents to try and get your housework done. Trust me, if I move this camera around here, you'd see I'm struggling with that battle. For children, a battle to get over the feelings that you've got that you've not seen your friends for a long time. The battle of being worried, thinking, what's happening here? The battle of being stuck in your household at the time and thinking, I just want to get out. I need a bit of freedom. So every day we are having these battles, but every day we will have something we feel victorious about. Children, if you manage to do that little bit of work that's difficult, you're victorious. Feel proud of yourself. I've managed that today. Parents and children getting through each one of these days is a victory, and we need to celebrate that. And I think that a lot of people are not reflecting on ourselves enough to say, you know what, well done, we're managing this. We don't have a clue what's going on. We don't know how we feel about things. We've never been through this before, but every single one of you are managing it, and every single one of you have had a victory and are having victories every day. And you need to feel proud of yourself and celebrate that. Not wait till the end, till whenever this is over or Boris makes an announcement. We need to think about everything that we achieve every day and think, you know what, I'm really, really proud of myself for that today. I feel like I've achieved a victory. So that is what I want you to take from that today. So normally at this point, I'd say to you, think about some victories that you have achieved, and I'd like to do that. And then I'd babble on for a little bit about my victories. But I thought, you know what, you hear enough about me. So I went to ask the staff. So I'm going to share with you some of the staff's victories. So Miss Swainston feels very victorious because she has managed to paint her fence, decking, and patio on her own. And every time she goes and sits in the garden, which I'm sure she's doing today, she feels victorious every time she enjoys it because she thinks, I couldn't do that before and I've done it. I was scared, I was worried, but I've achieved it. Miss Robinson, every time she attends one of our virtual meetings, which we do over their computer, she feels victorious because the technology has not failed and it's worked. I feel like that. I would never imagine doing anything like this before the lockdown. Mrs. Westland, and this is just a slightly big one for Mrs. Westland. She's had a baby throughout all of this, and she's not been able to share her baby with her family. And the only way she's managed to do it is through technology. And he is gorgeous, by the way. We've seen photos. So a huge well done, Mrs. Westland, for that. Mrs. Taylor, I can totally relate to this. Managing to help her year 9 son with maths and understanding it. I'm getting that. I'm struggling with year 7. So I totally get you there, Mrs. Taylor. Mrs. Garrett, well done for completing 5K, which is about 3 miles, when she couldn't do it before. And this last one is my favourite one, and this is something I would feel very victorious about. So Mrs. Featherstone, she won an item on eBay for 99p, and the item was worth £18. And she felt very victorious after that. And I totally agree with her. So would I. So well done, staff, for every one of your victories. Well done, the pupils, for your victories. And well done to our parents for your victories. So now I'm going to go on to our certificates. And we have had many victories of our work to achieve our certificates today. First, before I go any further, wow, thank you so much for so many email entrants this week. It is phenomenal, the amount I've had. You may not get a shout out for every piece of your work today because I possibly can't do it the amount I've had, but I'm going to try and give everybody at least one shout out. Okay. Again, not everybody can get an award because I haven't got that many certificates or vouchers because the uptake has been amazing. The only thing I would say is I think a lot are coming through to me, which is brilliant. I want them to come through to me, but maybe let your teacher know that you've done these amazing things as well because I'm not always the best at forwarding them on. I will do if you tell me to, but if you don't, I sometimes forget. So please make sure you stay in contact with your teachers as well about this. So let's get on to the award. So I'm going to start this week, seeing as that piece of paper stuck to my leg, we'll start with maths. So can I give a bit of a shout out to Robin Wynn for counting up to 30? I watched your video, it was amazing. I really enjoyed it. Also to Rosie Cannon for her excellent 3D shapes. George Thompson, he created a lovely shop and he made his family come and buy things from the shop and he was practicing his addition and subtraction. Well done, George. Isla Lewis for just lots of maths. Joshua Hora for his amazing division work. Esme Cannon for your wonderful work on decimals. And Olivia King again for too many pieces of maths work to mention. But my awards this week go to Harvey Griffiths for his fabulous fraction work and your attitude to your work, Harvey, as well. What I think your mum might have mentioned it to me, but this award actually came from Miss Dobson recommending you because she was really, really proud of you. Well done. Sophie Booth, who has been working incredibly hard this week. And instead of just thinking, I'll do addition and subtraction, she did it with Monopoly. And so using big money, like £500, and working out with the subtraction and addition for when she got money from the board or whether she sold a house or had rent. So well done, Sophie. And Oscar King for ordering up to 20. Excellent, Oscar. Well done. Right, I think now we will go on to our Artie Pants Award. Again, lots and lots, you can see my piece of paper there, lots and lots of entries this week. So Daniel Saysel, lovely, neat colouring in with excellent pencil control, Daniel. Oscar and Olivia King for their red eye, this is a tongue twister, red eye tree frog art out of Play-Doh. Oscar Curry for creating a shiny rainbow fish. Sophie Booth for her lovely paper mache hot air balloon and garden decorations. Ella May White for her flag work and her artwork involving her name and doing it in letters. Katie and Amber Shipley for wonderful VE Day art. But my awards this week go to, there's a double one here, Taylor and Lizzie Gibson for your wonderful VE Day bunting. Your house will look amazing today. Chloe Hamill for your wonderful Stay Safe poster. Well done, Chloe. Ella Cadman. This one made me feel a little bit sad, actually, Ella, because you made Spain look so appealing that I wanted to jump on a plane and fly out there, but I can't. So thank you for a lovely poster, Ella. But it was so good. I wanted to go to Spain now. Luckily, though, I think you've ordered the sun. So it's like Spain a little bit outside. So thank you, Ella. Isabella Grant for her beautiful positive Pentland poster. And this one gave me a big smile. Thomas Armstrong, your wonderful picture of a person and for doing it all on your own as well. I know Mummy was over the moon and so happy with you, and so am I, and Mrs. Reed as well, because she also nominated you for this award. So well done to all our Arty Pants Award. Let's go on to, I'll do life skills last because that's a big one. I'll go on to PE. I must say PE is the one I get the least amount of nominations for. I know you're out being active. Just make sure you tell me so I can put you down on my list. So we've got Oscar King for just lots of activities in the garden. We've got Sophie Booth, who's been doing loads of walking outside. Esme Cannon, who's been dancing and enjoying it. Actually, Esme, I've been doing a lot of that at the moment. You just catch me dancing around the house. I love a little bit of dancing. But my awards this week go to James Montgomery for just super bouncing on the trampoline. I've heard you're on it all the time and you're just trying so hard to master that. So well done, James. And I love this one as well because they're trying something different. And this is what lockdown is perfect for. Get your victories. Try something different. You've got the time. And I think it's amazing that Katie Filmer has been having a go at archery. I also think she's got some incredibly brave parents to let her do that. Not sure I'd let my child do that. I'd be a bit scared where the hour might go. But well done, Katie. I'm really, really impressed by that. So on to English now. Had a lot of nominations for English this week. So Katie Shipley, you did a wonderful VE Day entry. We've got Ruby and Rosie Cannon, who your handwriting is beautiful. You have been trying so hard with your handwriting, and I'm really, really proud of you. Keep it up. Isla Lewis for a fantastic description with lots of punctuation. That was very impressive. I like that. Amber Shipley for again for wonderful VE Day entry. James Hamill, I loved your comic strip. It was amazing. Emmett lost his paper. Really good. I enjoyed reading that. We had Olivia King for reading Nightfall on the Storm and writing a report. Olivia, can I just say your work ethic and yours and Oscar's work ethic throughout this period has been phenomenal. Keep it up. I'm really proud of you. Kai Wilkin for researching World War II. Really, really good again, and he'll be able to understand why today is so important. But my award this week goes to, this one was nominated by Miss Swainson, and it's Dominic Owens. She's so impressed with what you've managed on Lexia. 2 levels in 6 weeks. That is phenomenal. So well done, Dominic. This next one, a parent mentioned to me, but they didn't actually mention the academic work. They mentioned how much this person is helping them at home. So Georgie Robinson, you were actually nominated by, I think, Miss Watson and Miss Swainson for, or was it Mrs. Bow? I think it might be Mrs. Bow actually, for her amazing imaginative story. But what your mum is proud of is how you're managing this and how you're helping out at home, and you're just growing as a person. So well done, Georgie. Super impressed. Daniel Smith for super comma work. Daniel, you did quite a few things this week. Excellent, Daniel. Now, this next one as well, I'm going to do a little bit of a special mention for this one. This person, I hope you don't mind me saying, has not been finding working at home easy during lockdown. But Miss Robinson phoned him up and she said, come on, you can do this. You're really, really clever. And he went, you know what, I can. And I'm amazing. And then this week, Joshua Hora has tried so hard of his work writing. See, when you try, you get recognised. And me, Miss Robinson, and your mum, so, so proud of you. Please keep this up. Well done. Marley King. But wonderful writing and perfect pencil control. I love your work. Well done. And Oscar Curry for excellent sentences about sea. So on to life skills now. This is one of our biggies. I'm on 2 pages for life skills. So if I don't mention everything again, I apologise. I'm just trying to do the best that I can to get as many mentions as we can. So Oliver and Riley Bisbee Sims, you've been trying so hard to help your mum and dad at home. You've been making cheese and bacon wraps, you've been planting vegetables, you've been doing tie-dye shirts, you've been so busy, and I'm so glad that you're trying really hard at home. Well done, boys. We've got Isabella Grant for growing beanstalks, Ruby and Rosie Cannon for doing lots of plant work at home, Sophie Booth helping in the garden, and Daniel Smith. Oh, these, you made me really hungry when I saw this picture. Crunchy fajitas. Crunchy ones. I've never tried it. Sounds amazing. Then we've also got Katie Longstaff for just being a star and helping out with everything in the house. And children, if you want to make your parents happy throughout this, help your parents at home with the tidying and just anything. It's hard for mums and dads to try and keep on top of everything. So if they say, can you take that upstairs? You don't argue, you go, of course, mum and dad. If they say, can you put can you do the dishes? You go, of course, mum and dad. Please don't argue. I know what it's like when your children argue back with you. Sophie and James, if you're watching. So let's all try and be nice to each other and help each other out at home. So Katie, well done. Oscar and Olivia King made a delicious carrot cake. Kerry Springlow, your cake, your rainbow cake, I want a piece. It looked amazing. Well done, Keris, and well done for managing all of this as well. I am really, really proud of you, and I love seeing all your posts on Facebook as well. Excellent. Isaac Davies as well, baking cakes. And again, Isaac, I did a shout out for you last week. I'm doing it again now. Super, super proud of you. Well done. Layla Hopkins, again, I'm going to say I'm really, really proud of you. And Layla, what really made me happy with this post was your smile. When I was seeing you make a clock, it was a smile on your face and how happy you looked. You put a big smile on my face all that day, so well done. And already I mentioned Georgie Robinson for just being a star at home. But my life skills awards this week go to Nathan Atkinson, because he's been doing some VE work, but he also went to visit the cenotaph, so he's really been trying to understand and get his emotions on how you might have felt throughout VE Day. So well done, Nathan. Tyler Smith. I'd love to be in Tyler's home because the science work he does with his mum is brilliant. We're looking at cells and things under a microscope. It's blowing my mind. I'm loving seeing his presentation work. So well done, Tyler. Ethan Headley. This one made me smile. A lot of all your emails make me smile, but some in particular, I think, you know what? That's a massive achievement. Ethan Headley, you've been doing lots of imaginative play at home. And that is just amazing. I am so proud of you, Ethan. Double thumbs up. Well done. And Jack Johnson. Jack, you seem to be coping with this really well. And your pictures with your big smile on your face, I am so proud of you. And your yummy cooking. Again, I think you're all trying to make me really, really hungry. But Jack, well done. Mia Channing. This is something I've never heard of before, but I want to try it. So if anybody wants to make me one, feel free. A wonderful ice cream. Be good today, wouldn't it, in the heat? And finally, Brooke Drummond Miller for baking cakes, but not for herself, even though I'm sure she did think of you, but for her brother's birthday. So well done, Brooke. So finally, we are now going to go on to our effort awards. So my first effort award this week is to Daniel Stacer. He has just been working so hard this week at pencil control, helping mum and dad out at home. He's 3 or 4, Daniel, and he had the Hoover and he was doing all that. He was just thinking, what can I do to help my mum and dad? And he managed it. So Daniel, big well done. The next one is to Isla Lewis for just trying her hardest at everything this week. Excellent, Isla. And my next one is to George Thompson in Class Parks for his experiment work and for his amazing maths work. And apparently when he did his shop as well, I think he had to do his uncle over a video call, and his uncle even got involved. So well done, uncle, as well. So excellent, George. I do have another 2 that I'm giving out, but I can't show you the piece of paper just because I've run out of certificates. So I'm going to have to wait till I go into school on Monday. But the another effort one is for Lola Dixon. And Lola last weekend raised £77. Yes, £77 for the NHS by selling our friendship bracelets. So Lola, I am really, really proud of you. That you've just shown everything we need to show throughout this time, and you should be feeling very victorious throughout this. So well done, everybody. But before we go, we have got the big prize draw. So everybody who enters, I put your name into a raffle. So we're going to start with early years today. I'm going to give it a good shake. And the winning person this week is, oh, she won an award last week. Didn't win one this week, but Robin Win. Excellent, Robin. We will get that voucher to you next week. £5 Amazon voucher. So key stage 1 now. Oh, she's had quite a successful week this week, but she has been working very, very hard. Sophie Booth. Excellent. £5 voucher going to you. And key stage 2. Not keeping. Very well deserved from doing a lot of work this week as well. Olivia King. So we will get your prizes out and your certificates hopefully Monday or Tuesday next week. I will get them sent into work. And we will do our best to deliver them as quickly as we can. So boys and girls, you can't get your certificates today or your prizes today because I live a little bit away from school, but we will try and do them as soon as we can. But I want to say to everybody and to parents, thank you so much for all your emails that we've been getting through, all the work that we've been seeing, because not only is it great for your children to get recognition, it makes me incredibly proud because I always go on about how Pentland Primary School, we're not a primary school, we're a family, and I feel more than ever that this applies. The staff, the parents, the children, the community. We're not a school. We're not somebody who just go 9 to 3. We are a family, and we stick together throughout this. So sharing work like this really brings us together. And I just want to say thank you to everybody for being part of this family throughout this, for supporting everybody. And when you send me your work in, you're supporting me because you make me think, yeah, you are doing our work, and I feel happy. And I also want to take this as well to give a shout out to the teachers and all of my staff in school as well, all the support staff, because you might not see this and you might think that teachers are just having 6 weeks off, but I can assure you, every member of my staff in school is working harder than they ever have before because they're creating work remotely, they're making calls, on top of trying to look after their own families and take care of their own situations. So If you read things in the press saying how teachers, we're not doing things and we're not in school, please rest assured that is not the case. People are working harder than ever, and I want to take a moment to thank my staff for that, for all their hard work and dedication. I can't even speak, and I'm sure parents will second that for me. But again, thank you to parents for working hard, trying hard with your children at home. Make sure you feel victorious every time you achieve it. Children, keep it up. Make Send me your working or send it to your teachers and they'll forward it on. Keep being the excellent children that you are. So I want you all now to shut down your computer. Put my teeth in. Computers, laptops, phones. Get outside, enjoy the sun, and have an amazing VE day. Unless I get any messages to say they hate it today, I will do another one next Friday at the same time. So stay safe. See you all soon, everybody. Bye.